beef in the YouTube streets. So Crip Mac and Adam22 and No Jumper are beefing because Adam22 called Crip Mac's ex in the middle of the interview just out of nowhere and kind of got him in a sticky situation that he's acting oblivious to.
Yeah.
Let's get into this.
So, okay, we're doing the interview today after he protected Leonard the Plug in the alley. And we hit a few good topics. We're maybe like a half hour into the interview, right? And we talked about the neon thing. We talked about the trans thing. We talked about Blueface and like the fact that they did the 20 versus 1 together. You know, hit a bunch of topics. And then I'm thinking it's not going to be a big deal. I call Tania.
Why would you do that? Unprompted?
Because I didn't know that he had negative feelings to Tania like the way that I quickly realized.
A point that I feel like is worth making right here is, what was the point of even calling Tania? You know what I mean? Whether you knew or didn't know, which I find that you always fall on this I didn't know thing. Even if you didn't know, what was the point of calling? Let's get into it though, yo.
She wants to reconnect with him, that she wants to do music, that she's down to do podcasts. So I'm not thinking that he has some crazy grudge against her, because I've never heard him communicate that he has some level of anger towards Tania.
But be noted, they, before getting locked up, they was back and forth communicating, and then he'd say something, then they'd be back cool. So it's kind of like, who can really tell?
Like, as far as I know, he has not really said anything about her besides maybe that initial, like right after that one song came out.
Well, I think
Adam, you smart, but you devious, man. You know what's going on.
Wait, but I'm trying to nip this. This is an inaccurate narrative.
No.
I actually did not know that they had any kind of issue.
Let's just say you was dealing with somebody, right? Them saying that you go to jail, and you go to jail and shit, like, motherfuckers is talking about that they got a baby by your opps. What the fuck is
Okay, she got a new baby daddy from Hoover. So
And I did point that out to him, and that also seemed to be kind of a trigger for him.
So you basically point out that his baby mama has a baby by the ops, and then you try to call her. And you thought that that was not you setting him up for some type of content? Okay. And by calling her, you're basically making him live, because he's not recording live. But when you call her, she has the knowledge that he is in that place and they know exactly where he's at. So even if they don't say they're coming up there or announce it, they could just be waiting outside. It's a breach of protocol and security.
It could be, you know how, and it could just be from the jail time shit. When you dealing with somebody, go to jail and they fall off, like, everybody don't get out and be fucking with them people. But like I said, that's where I think that the situation stemmed from. If it is any problem, like, nigga ain't gonna be favor of that. Like, definitely, if I go to jail, you have, you know what I'm saying, kid by somebody that, you know what I'm saying, I view as a op. Like, shit, how you think we cool?
But she got kids with people from every set in LA, realistically.
That was before his time.
She probably got some Sereno babies running around. He didn't stop me. Like, I thought that he would stop me if he really wanted me to not call her.
He didn't shoot you a cold glance.
And keep in mind that she had been hitting me up in such a way that it seemed like she was on good terms with him. So I'm not thinking he's going to be raging out at the idea of talking to her.
It could be. It also be that sometimes exes be cool, but they new spouses or the new people that they be with don't be cool with them situations though as well.
You cussing her out?
Screaming on it. You wouldn't believe it. And calling her a Hoover lover in other terms.
That's what it is, bro. Because leading up to him getting locked up, I don't think it was all the way clear that you know what I'm saying?
And then he kind of says, like, I'm hungry and I gotta pee. You think he's like, you think my Corritos are here? Because I think Josh had ordered some Mexican food for him. And
a band comes and starts playing music.
Yeah.
Burritos.
What is it? Doritos.
No, Corritos.
Yeah, you like
not a Corrito,
like
but
burrito,
a burrito.
Yeah.
Come on, Ed.
Man, first I thought you were talking about Doritos. I'm like, damn, I'm like, man called it Doritos, Corritos. You talking about a burrito though?
So okay.
That's so tight.
So then he's gone for a couple minutes, and I kind of hear him like rumbling in the other room. So I walk out there, and I start to realize that he was actually mad, and that's why he walked off the podcast. And he's on his phone, and he's just hammering away, texting a mile a minute. And I start to realize that, okay, I'll tell you first what he told me before we get into like what I learned afterwards. But he tells me that his girl is furious at him because of the Tania call, like his baby mama. And I'm like, why? Why does she even know about that?
Was it on live?
No, it wasn't live. And I'm like, why does she even know about that? And he's like, because I told her. And I'm like, well, I would just edit it out. Like, if you want, it was only like 5 minutes that we would have to edit out of the podcast. And it was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie, but like, I'll edit it out if it's gonna be that big a deal.
Now, what Adam isn't taking into consideration is that she could have recorded the call. She could have sent it to the girl. So he has to get out ahead of that. You know what I mean? And so you're just taking it as y'all haven't put it out, but it happened. Let's keep going though.
And he pretty much immediately goes into like, nah, now I got to find a new place to live. Like she's going to put me out. She did this and that. And I'm like, I'm kind of like confused about what to even say. Cause I'm like, we didn't even put the podcast out. Like, you didn't have to tell her. You could have just kept this to yourself.
Did he think it was live?
I don't think so because we never did a live podcast before.
Never, huh?
No.
Hey, you just putting this business out there like that. You know what I'm saying? That he might be looking on saying for place to stay.
And this is a valid point that Spody Face makes, even though he ain't really digging into it. Adam 22, now that he feels like this relationship may be severed, he's putting all the business on the table. You see how he plays. Let's keep going, though.
But okay, I mean, yeah, you're right. But like, I'm kind of airing out what happened. But that's what he told me is that like kind of airing out what happened. But that's what he told me kind of airing out what happened. But that's what he told me basically like. Now things are all bad. So then
you better get with what's cracking, man.
Yeah, he viral, bro.
He not bad right now. Like if you put me out, I'm gonna be out your life. The baby gonna be cool. So look, we did a podcast. He called her. I ain't had nothing to do with the shit. That shit is over with.
He might be posted up with a supermodel as far as we know by the end of the week.
Meat holding much, are we?
He has never said to me that he's in a relationship with his baby mama. He's always just said that they're co-parenting and that they are not romantically involved.
And y'all act like y'all helping him? Yeah, man, go on send that man some money for a room for a couple nights because y'all are dirty macking.
But that could compromise co-parenting to a degree.
I mean, I don't see how, but that's what I was alluding to right there. That's the part that I heard. So my whole thing to, you know what I'm saying, the Crip Mac, bro, if she didn't hold you down and she wasn't there like Lupe, homie, you know what I'm saying? Love would love you, dog.
Yeah, with friends like these, I don't think you need enemies. Do y'all understand that he was upset about making her upset and he wants to get back into that home? Y'all ain't helping. Let's keep going.
Sits down because he's like, Adam, I need the rest of the money because I sent him a deposit for the interview or whatever.
You just telling everything.
No, I mean, we're airing it all out. So kind of airing out what happened, but that's what he told me. So then I said, I'm like, well, I can't give you the whole rest of the deposit because we only just did like an hour. Like, you know, I'm trying to do 2 hours. Like I got a whole list of questions here. We didn't even get to most of them. Yeah. And he's like, all right, fine. And he like sits down and he's just still hammering away his phone. Like he's clearly just arguing.
While you're recording again at this point.
Yeah. And at a certain point, I'm like, so you good? He's like, all right. He puts his phone away, and then we start talking again. But he's super distracted. Like he can't get into the topics at all because now his mind state is just completely gone. Yeah. And so then he kind of like just gets up and he's just like, you know, Adam, I'm out of here. Like you don't even got to send me the money. I don't care. I'm just out of here.
So at this point, if this was your friend, you would think you would be concerned. You would inquire, hey man, what's going on? Do you need to leave? Is everything okay at the house? I see you're texting away. You're not able to concentrate. Hey man, I'm gonna send you this money. I know you need it. You're fresh out of jail. You're fresh out of prison. You know what I mean? We'll reschedule for another day. Why is that not the conversation? But let's keep going, y'all.
At this point, he's telling me I'm a piece of shit. Like he's really letting me know. And I'm trying to tell him, I'm like, bro, we'll edit it out the podcast, which that is the plan right now, is that we're going to edit it out the podcast so that people don't have to hear it, I guess. But like, he's really pissed and he's like really kind of trying to guilt trip me about the fact that now he needs to find a spot or whatever. And then Lupe talking into my other ear, kind of telling me like, I'm gonna calm him down. Like he's just tweaking right now. He's just mad, whatever. And so whatever, like then he leaves. And then I realize that he already has gone on his story while he was in the building and basically told everybody that I'm a backdoor guy and that I'm a Hoover lover.
What?
I mean, that's what he said. He's basically like, he felt like I set him up with the Tania call, which I had no idea that was something to set up.
You're a Hoover lover.
And also, I don't look at her as like a Hoover representative, right? Like, because yeah, she got a baby with a Hoover dude. I never met him. I mean, yeah, she got a baby with a bunch of guys.
Like
They're from
Bloods,
a bunch of different hoods. Yeah, clearly she's not concerned. She seems about as concerned with what hood people are from as I am about like what podcasters are on here, what hood they're from, which is to say, I don't give a fuck. I am on Instagram. I go to message him, and it's like I see myself getting blocked while I'm looking at his profile. Like it loads.
Oh, he was typing.
It loads normally at first, and then I like click a message, and it like glitches, and then I go to look at it again. Boom, I'm like blocked. So I feel like I encountered like the exact second that I was being blocked. Anyway, then I start messaging his baby mama because we already follow each other, and also like he had just shared her on his story, so I'm kind of like seeing her messages about everything, and she basically has a completely different narrative because I message her and I say, I just called the bitch. Why would you be mad at him about that? And she said he was mad, not me.
Why are you calling his baby mama though?
I'm not calling him. I'm DMing her.
Trying to help.
He trying to throw him a bone like, what?
Is that appropriate?
It's like you out with the homie and you like, bro, you got me in trouble and BM tripping. I'm with you and you and like I just, you know, I get it.
I'm not above messaging Germ. I'll message Germ.
Yeah, I get it if you was coming from that, but it's too much weird stuff.
Because I'm okay.
So if you was looking out for him when you hit her up and you was trying to explain, now you're putting all the business out and making it the cornerstone of your show. What are you doing now? Let's keep going.
Hey, I'm just going to throw a disclaimer on it. I am not trying to clap Juicy Draina's cheeks.
All right.
I'm leaving her alone in that regard.
She cute though?
She does her business. Yeah.
Sausage juicy
He
Drina.
does her business.
She got her business under control. So basically, I'm telling her what he was telling me, kind of airing out what happened, but that is what he told me.
Yeah.
And she's pretty much right away saying that he actually felt like I was setting him up to get lined up somehow with the Tania thing, which, as much as we know about Tania, I don't look at her as a backdoor person or like someone that was gonna, send a fucking kill squad. I don't know if she even has dudes on deck that are down to move around like that for her or whatever.
See, it doesn't have to be in your understanding, Adam. If he feels uncomfortable, if he feels like he needs to get up and leave, you should respect that. And then for you to come on here and put all his business out there, it just shows your lack of respect for him, his situation, his safety, his livelihood, and everything he got going, man. You don't even care where he lays his head tonight. Let's keep going, though.
What was her reaction? So as soon as so you call, she picks up. You said pretty much immediately C-Mac start wilding.
I'm gonna be real. He was screaming the whole time. I could barely hear a word she said.
So she didn't even like have a response.
No, she was talking literally the entire time, but he was just talking louder.
Okay.
Yeah. And for the record, she just messaged me. Can y'all not speak on me? Them N-words don't know what I did while he was gone. So
Which confirms what I was saying. Y'all are in there hating, messing up the situation still, not making the situation any better.
I'm not casting judgment on that. I think maybe
Who you speaking
Somebody
on?
said something.
I think it was you.
What did I speak on?
That like she wasn't there for him when I was locked up.
No,
Who you talking about?
Juicy Drina. Yeah, I don't know. I won't go into full detail, but she's giving me a completely different narrative, kind of airing out what happened. But that is what he told me. She's kind of describing it like he's having an episode today, which honestly, that interview was so crazy the way it started. Like there was so much energy that does kind of make sense to me of like, oh, maybe that's what that was.
Hey,
romantic episode.
He's like kind of going through it.
Adam, he got paranoia and schizophrenic, so he probably don't know where Tania and her baby daddy, if they Bonnie and Clyde and shit, and then maybe they be en route since you getting. I think it was more so that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Tania ain't even on that type of shit. She's trying to get on the viral train and see what's up with C-Mac. She ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And to be fair, she did, after we had that phone call, she did text me and said, I'm pulling up. And then I said, please don't. And she said, that bitch C-Mac fucked up.
Wait, what?
That's what she said. She said, that bitch C-Mac fucked up talking about my daughter. He started a war.
Huh?
I told her, do not come here.
Who was that?
Tania.
Talk about her daughter?
Yeah.
So Crip Mac is sitting there uncomfortable. He tells you, can you give me my money? I need to go. Not only do you see that he's uncomfortable, he gets up, he leaves the money, and simultaneously, you're getting the same threats that he's more than likely receiving on his own phone. You're bogus. You, even if you didn't know what was going on, you should have been able to read the context clues. And if you couldn't read those context clues, you need to stay out the street. Because you either you're going to get yourself hurt or you're going to get somebody else hurt. Hey, man, y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this one. Am I breaking it down? Did I miss something? Am I reaching? Y'all let me know in the comments. But, tap in, tune in. It's your boy Demon Time Exotics. And I'm gone.